There we go. Hey. All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Talent Stole. Shit's getting real. Last time on Talent
We
Stole...
fucked up.
Yeah, last time on Talent Stole 3, y'all raided the place, that was holding all of the tunes, did not rescue a single tune, and in fact stole a boy. Stole a whole man.
I mean, we rescued the man.
You did
Don't say
rescue the
that.
man. He did, in fact, need rescuing. But you also kind of stole him.
Avery.
Because he was not at all in any, like, mindset to leave.
No shape to consent, basically.
No shape to consent to anything. And that's kind of where we left off, was, Fiyero and Mersel had attacked the two vampires, and then bolted. Craigory had bolted, and Ozwell definitely bolted because he cast Jump on himself. So,
Yeet.
yeet.
Did we have a location to meet back up at if we all
That
got
was-
separated like this?
that
That
was-
wasn't the hotel, which is forever away.
That was my next question, was, hey, where y'all planning to meet?
I want banana pudding. I can't have it.
Are we allowed to do the heist thing that
yes,
you mentioned
yes,
once? Where
I
we
will say-
Retroactively.
Yes, you
We
can
planned for
retroactively
this.
say you had a planned area, because I imagine y'all did. Like,
Yeah, we probably
We're
did.
professionals.
yeah. So.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm. Oh, good. The map is still right there. Perfect.
I'm sorry, all I'm thinking is like they're like, oh, where can we meet up? That's not the fucking hotel. And like Zelda suggesting, oh, I have a house of pain.
Yeah, but what?
House of pain. It's literally a portable house.
Yeah, the House of Pain. Yeah.
But regardless, where do you guys think like they would have retroactively planned to meet up? Can't be the hotel, it's too far away.
Mm-hmm.
Hotel is way too far away. On the map, the closest like numbered landmark is like the Blue Rose, but that's still the public area.
Very far away, yeah.
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 It's not even just that it's a public area, it's also that it's
Whole
I
other
remember right.
district.
It is in someone's pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
So the suggestion I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was about to ask Hex. We were in the high income Copper Crown, right?
Correct.
What's like the area, like the opposite direction from if you went upwards to the Blue Rose, upwards to the harbor and the more residential areas? Like, what's in the opposite direction? The ones that are just blank space? Is it just open land?
Yeah, that's all just kind of like, unless it's like colored in and or labeled, yeah, it's all just kind of open, or I wouldn't say like open field, but it's kind of a bit of forest, opening out into a beach-like area. If I can pull up the heckin' map of Inkwell. Oh heck.
So I figure we would pick some kind of like feature landmark
Yeah.
away from buildings that everyone could go towards.
Yeah.
You know,
Is there like
Cave or some shit.
Yeah, is there a particularly tall tree or something?
So the thing about the map of the Luthby Alliance, it's got lots of like dead trees and shit on it.
yeah, they're a little fucked up over there.
They're a little fucked up here in the Luthby Alliance, which is where you are. So I didn't mention anything, but I will say, yes, there very likely is some kind of landmark on the outskirts of the city. Like, if you were to go south from your location, which is kind of on the southern tip of the map, if you were just to go directly south, there is very likely a landmark, or I'm not going to call it a dead forest, but because this is winter, it is, pretty sparse and bare. Like, all of the trees have lost their leaves, since this is, like, late October and shit. And if you were to go west of your location, there is a traveled road, And there's probably there's not a lot in that area. Again, it's kind of farmland in that area. So you've either got a dead forest, back into the city, or farmland, which does have a barn you could hunker in, but it is just open farmland otherwise.
In a barn
A barn is a
seems
barn.
as good as
I
a landmark as any.
Yeah.
Especially if it seems not in use. Either it's like abandoned or past the season for use.
Not even that. I mean, to be fair, a lot of the farm properties in this area have barns. You could just hunker down in one and the owners would probably never know for the night.
Yeah. Just need to make sure we all know which barn.
Yeah.
But
I would imagine y'all probably chose a barn that looked like relatively not used, didn't have, guard animals around, etc., etc.
yeah.
Me sitting here from the south, knowing what people tend to do in barns. Yeah, okay.
Don't worry about Babble. Hi, I live in the south. I know. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Somewhere
I
in the
have a prairie
distance, the
family. We
opening-
don't worry about it.
Somewhere in the distance, the opening chords to Hayloft play.
All right, so
I
y'all.
hope these vampires don't have a gun.
All right, so y'all are heading towards a barn y'all have previously likely scouted out, not just saw and went that one. I imagine y'all actually scouted it out and decided, yeah, this place is good.
Yep.
Barn safe.
Barn
we go here.
safe.
Lining.
Please.
So Ozwell makes it there first with scared changeling Matthias still in his arms, kind of clinging because holy shit.
Onium.
Gigonium. Craigory cast Fly on himself, if I recall.
I thought Craigory just bolted and Mersel cast Fly.
Mersel cast Fly, you're right. I was like, one of you cast Fly.
Yeah, Mersel cast Fly.
Okay, so Mersel cast Fly. So if that's the case, Mersel might actually beat Craigory there just by virtue of he'll have more speed flying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, flying speed is very definitely faster than Craigory on foot.
Yeah. So likely then the order that y'all arrive, which I mean, you still all get there pretty relatively around the same time. It would be Ozwell, then Mersel, then Craigory, and then Fiyero bringing up the rear. So you all have acquired a changeling. He is terrified. The minute you set him down, Ozwell, he just kind of like sinks to the floor of the barn, and is, yep, he is there. He's kind of shell shocked.
Well, this is an unsatisfactory bitch of a situation.
Hey, that did not go as planned. That did not go as planned at all. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
No, it did not.
We're going to
We
need
need
to
to
go
move
back.
fast.
Yeah. There's
We
a
need to move
harbor.
fast. They're aware of us now. They're either going to be moving or they're going to be coming after us. Either one bad. Either one ends with hostages dead. Not good.
If they're big enough, and it sounds like they are, they could be going for both.
Which is definitely not ideal. Fuck.
All right. Well, I mean, well, okay. One thing at a time, please. Plan starting. So we do have to go back. That is not that is out of the question. But we cannot just we can't leave him.
Oh, obviously.
But if we take him with us, we run the risk of losing him. And
Already.
Matthias, what do you want to do?
Matthias has backed up. He's on the ground and he has kind of scooted back against one of the beams in the barn.
Oh, honey.
Planted his back against it, and he's just kind of like out of the way.
Okay, all right. Everyone, calm down. It's been a long day. We've just broken out of someone's goddamn creepy mansion. Let's just take a moment and let's just eat for a bit. He just like Sal just kind of like rubs his face with his hands before he takes off his hat and takes out nothing fancy this time. He's not gonna cook, but he does take out some bread and like toss it at the others.
I'll be real, Craigory had been about to protest a break, but you know what? Food is smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, Sal needs this break. He is adjusting it up for his own good as well.
Also, a short rest will get you your spell slots back.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
Haha,
Sal
warlocks.
You're a warlock too, shut up.
I have spell slots, motherfucker.
Anyway, Sal throws the bread at the others, and like he has two left in his hands. One he holds, the other one like he goes over to Matthias and crouches down in front of him and goes, "Hey, here, have some bread."
And he takes it, like, he takes it, he's studying Mersel's face, as
Mersel
oh, go ahead.
smiles at him, like kind of in confusion.
He's just trying to figure out, like, what's your game here? And he's that's a really high insight that you've got there, my boy. He's just studying Mersel's face as he takes the bread, and then very quietly just says, Thank you, sir." And he takes a bite, like, he's been given bread and told to eat. He eat.
Yeah, it's really good bread, and Sal does like actually brighten, like genuinely like brighten when Matthias eats, cause Matthias is eating. This hurt person is eating like his food, like that kind of like very like happy like joy. And as he takes a bite out of his own bread, he's just probably going to talk at Matthias about bread, cause God, he needs this distraction right now.
This poor boy needs just like 5 minutes of not thinking about what they did.
Yeah, he's just going to talk about bread to Matthias, stuff like, "Oh, I hope you're not allergic. This is actually the signature dish of a certain territory in Ghibli. I've been trying to replicate it. How does it taste? Do you like it?" Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
He's
Uh,
oh, go ahead.
no, you go.
I was gonna say he's answering questions just literally as they're asked, like pretty immediately. Of like, if you want to roll insight on his answers, you're welcome to.
I mean, I can, but his insight isn't that great.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no.
Oh no,
He's still distracted himself.
he's distracting himself, which is yeah. So you don't get any anything of just yep. He's answering your questions. He's eating your food. It is good. Everything's fine.
Yeah. This is good enough for him, okay? He's not going to tackle any bigger problems right now.
God, that's so valid.
Can Ozwell roll insight?
Yes.
Because he wants to do that.
Yeah, that's
He
an
wants to
18.
know.
That's a 16.
Oh God, you fucking whore!
Uh-oh. What'd you get?
I turned my back from Dungeon Master's vault for like 2 minutes,
Oh,
and it logged me out.
Oh, boo.
Oh, honey.
DMV, you stupid fucking whore.
Rip.
Why does my raspberry soda taste like watermelon? The
There we
fuck?
go.
Melon.
It tastes like melon. Why do it taste like melon?
Fruit.
Okay, what is your insight? Your insight is not your best stat, but it is still pretty damn good. So I'm
Ayo.
going to pick a god and pray.
We love it.
That's a
14.
14.
That's not too bad, actually. That's pretty good. All right.
Decent god.
Yeah. So, honestly, all three of you are able to pick up. He's answering the questions. He's a lot of them. He's not even hearing the question. He's just it's one of those like he knows what answers are expected. when asked, do you like it, obviously he'll say yes. If he really honestly, every answer is agreeable. Like, but he's watching Mersel as he answers and kind of studying his face, like trying to gauge. He's trying to figure out something. And he is just watching this tune like a hawk. Not suspicion, but just Mersel is the focus because he is right there and he is trying to puzzle something out.
Yep.
I'm gonna do a thing real quick.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. I can't see my keyboard. That's a 9.
Oh, honey. What'd you try to do?
He was trying to stealth out of the barn.
Nope. Everyone sees.
He trips on a fucking on a hoe and it smacks him in the face.
Which immediately has Matthias's attention.
God damn it, that's exactly what he did not want.
Are you alright, darling?
Where are you going?
Yep. Fine. The roof, probably. And he's doing exactly that.
Craigory's nodding slowly. The roof is an acceptable answer.
It's not a trash
None
can.
of them are normal.
It's not trash can, and it's not immediately back there by myself.
Yeah,
Alright,
honestly.
darling, stay within shouting distance. Okay? And if something goes wrong, scream. Obviously.
Yeah, he's already gone.
Oh, Ozwell, honey. All right. Oswell's gone up to the roof.
Yep, and he is just going to sit there.
Mm-hmm.
Need his alone time.
Hex, if it's alright with you, Vamp and I had something we agreed on
Yeah.
outside of game hours.
Go ahead.
Oh.
So after kind of a minute to pull his head together because, oh god, that's frazzling, Fiyero is going to walk over to Mersel and say, Mersel, can I talk to you alone for a moment, please?
Oh, he kind of looks at Matthias, who he was probably in the process of offering another loaf of bread to, I'm not gonna lie.
And Matthias was honestly in the middle of accepting it because, again, offered something, you take it. But he's, you mentioned talk to alone, and Matthias is already standing up to move away and give you guys privacy.
Sol does look like a kicked puppy for a moment there, but he looks up here and nods and is like, "Oh, what do you want to talk about?"
I wanted to apologize because that did not go as planned. We went in there to save your mom. We didn't even get to where she was being held, and you have every right to be frustrated and angry and upset about that. And I'm also sorry for underestimating you. You fight very well. I just was trying to make sure everyone got out of there alive, and I'm sorry.
It's fine. Sol kind of nods and smiles, just like, "It's fine. I said what I did in the heat of the moment. It's really not any of your faults, and I'm not going to be mad though. You saved Matthias." He doesn't like point at Matthias, but like, yeah, like kind of like nods his head in that direction.
Didn't expect you'd be mad that we saved Matthias, but it's okay to be upset that the person we came for, your person, your mother, wasn't saved. You know that, right? It's okay to be upset that things didn't go the way you wanted them to.
I'm not upset. Thank you so much, Fiyero, but I'm fine. I promise I'm not upset right now. And I just need to pull my head together a bit before doing anything else. And he shrugs. Besides, I mean, this is what Ozwell came for. I'm not going to begrudge him for taking the chance when he saw it.
Oof. I'm glad that Ozwell's not in the room.
And yeah, because the next thing Sal's about to say is, and I hope that well, you as well and Matthias get out of town, okay?
Wait, what?
I mean, I'm assuming you're not going to be staying here, all three of you, since gestures.
I wasn't going anywhere.
You were?
Mersel, I came here to investigate missing persons incidents. I found the source. Now I need to save the people who've gone missing. One person does not an entire case solved make.
Oh,
There's
I
still
thought
somebody who's out there hurting people, which means there's still a monster to hunt.
Oh, I thought you only got involved because Oswald nearly got kidnapped off the streets.
God, no. I was here way before he was.
Oh, okay. Wait, then does that mean that Oswald's gonna have to like leave town alone? That's
If he chooses to, that's his own choice. I can't make people's decisions for them.
no. I'm not saying that he shouldn't. Like, of course he would. I'm just saying that like that's dangerous and risky, isn't it?
Incredibly. But I can also understand the logic.
Yeah, it's probably no more dangerous than staying here. Yeah, I'm fine here. Thanks for the concern, though. I do appreciate it and the apology. I hope you like the bread. And
It
he's
was
going to
very
stuff
good.
what's left of his loaf into his mouth, and probably like sit down.
Fiyero will...
Communication.
So, boys, food is like the best way to avoid talking about my feelings.
Yep.
Fiyero will pause and then look at Mersel and say, "We're gonna get your mom back. Everything's gonna be okay." And then he will bow and then walk away and try and start formulating a plan, because that's what he does. Is once things go wrong, you come up with a new plan and you figure out how to execute the plan.
I will say, Matthias and Craigory, when you see Fiyero bow and like walk away, you literally see like you actually see visible like question marks like pop up like above Sal's head, like question mark, question mark, question mark.
That's weird.
That's weird. Anyway, he's going to go off and try to offer Matthias another loaf of bread because Matthias is so thin.
He's
Changeling is so small.
He's small, but shockingly enough, he's not malnourished. He actually looks pretty healthy. You know, aside from the numerous bite marks.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, even if it's not malnourished, he's getting offered another loaf of bread.
He takes it, and he seems to be kind of fighting himself for a minute before he says, your mom's missing?
Oh, yeah, she was, well, she was taken by, Cell kind of like, there's this ... here as he tries to remember, like, the guy's name. Because, quite honestly, like, that is not important. Gray matter is reserved for better things.
Mm-hmm.
Lock or keys, I guess.
Thanks, Craigory. Keys? Yeah. Operation. It's fine. I'll, guess we glance up here on Craigory. We'll figure it out. You,
I know
you?
where they're being kept.
Oh, Cell kind of pricks up at that. But then, like, tilts his head and goes, but, wouldn't you rather, Actually, you know what? Let's talk about this after we finish the bread. You look angry, and we should talk once we have our heads screwed on straighter.
Matthias will not say anything further. He'll just take another bite.
Self voice, I'm trying so hard.
Craigory
Sal is
knows what's
doing his
going
best,
on.
and we appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Craigory, for
he's
his part, has been picking at the bread through all this. Sort of followed after Matthias when they both gave Fiyero and Mersel their space.
Mm-hmm.
Did not really perceive that conversation. He decided it was not his beeswax.
Fair.
He was more keeping an eye on Changeling.
Yeah.
Equally fair.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is Craigory eating the bread though?
Oh, he's eating. He's eating.
Yeah, good,
It's
because you
also
do.
just kind of like, picking it apart and then eating bits at a time.
All
Like
right, that's
absent-minded
good.
eating. It's
Good,
still
that's-
eating. Mersel doesn't have to
Craigory just sees
get
Sel.
on him.
Craigory occasionally sees Sel pausing from where he's like talking to like Matthias about IDK, like the quality of flour and bread and shit like that, to like look at him to make sure that Craigory is actually eating.
Craigory eventually picks that up and like meets Mercel's eyes and like deliberately takes a bite.
Incredible.
That's better than what I thought Craigory was gonna do.
What? Spit it out?
No,
No,
I
it's
thought
good
Craigory-
bread.
No, I thought Craigory was gonna shove the whole last loaf into his mouth at once.
God.
Now that you say that, why do I feel like he's going
Uh,
to? The silence.
Roll an impulse check.
You know what? I feel like the first time it's like look, I am eating, but Mersel keeps on checking, despite the fact that Craigory is clearly doing an eat. So next time it's all just going in.
Mm-hmm.
Roll of the
looked at
eyes.
Craigory. Marcel looked at Craigory again.
Duffs it in his face.
Or
God, is that cartoon?
consume.
Is that cartoon thing where you shove a whole loaf of bread into your face and like it fucking your face like just takes the shape of a loaf of bread?
That's yes.
Giant chipmunk cheeks.
Absolutely astounding.
Especially
Not
since
It's shaped
yeah,
like bread
most
now.
of the loaf is still there because he'd been picking at it and just like tearing off little pieces and eating it that way.
He was trying to be polite, but then fucking cousins.
Yup. Yup.
Cozy busybody cousins.
Yeah, like the moment Craigory does that, like Sal bursts out laughing.
You hear a second point of laughter, very briefly, before it stops. Because, yeah, Matthias had started to laugh before he clamped a hand over his mouth.
And Craigory's mouth is full, so he just shakes his fist at Sel. Points at himself, chews pointedly.
Sal's voice. As I was saying, Matthias, this bread is a favorite of a lot of territories in Ghibli. It's usually eaten slowly so that the flavors are savored.
Ah,
Craigory was
Fiyero
right!
just pauses in his pacing to just laugh at this nonsense and then goes back to pacing.
I think, as kind of everything settles, we'll say, and that that short rest happens, eventually, Matthias will kind of pipe up and say, if you if you want to if you want any hope of finding your mom, they're gonna probably move everything tonight.
Do you know where they're going to move everything to?
Faruma.
Don't like that. Sells the hair like does the Giblin floof, but not of like humor this time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we need to move before nightfall.
I mean, we're in like the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah.
That's the good news. Daylight hours, they probably can't get too much done while it's day. So we have really before nightfall, see if we can catch them then. Tyus, question for you.
Yes.
Does everyone else also have those studs?
Oh, and a hand goes to, the studs in his ears. No, but they do all have this, and he motions to the cuff that is still, he's still got that cuff on,
Yeah.
Oh, I've been meaning to ask that does that cuff hurt you at all?
No, it doesn't hurt,
Would you like it if we tried to take it off? I mean,
and, you ask that, and he freezes. He doesn't say anything. You don't need even to roll insight, though, because, yeah, he would very much like the cuff off.
alright, I could give it a go. If there's a lock or anything, I could try to pick it.
Yep, there is a lock. It's roll lock picking for me, and we'll see how well you do.
Oh boy, howdy. Alright,
Yeah.
so lock picking is that, and yeah, it's gonna be. I'm using a luck point.
Yeah,
God damn.
okay.
Bonus
That's yeah, okay. There we go. So you're examining this cuff, and Matthias is completely still as you do, and initially you try, and it's nothing like you've really ever seen before. It's just that this is strange, and you're kind of fiddling around trying to figure it out. And then you futz and fiddle a little more, and eventually you realize, oh, the locking mechanism is here, so that it's not easily, able to be picked one-handed, say, for example, by the person wearing it. And then at that point you're able to kind of slip your tools into the very small little slot, and the cuff pops off. And has Ozwell come down from the roof yet? Is Ozwell still on the roof?
Ozwell, come down.
I think
Ozwell, come
Babble's
down.
still eating.
Babble is eating, but I'm
Throwing
I
it
will
out there.
say when Saul got the cuff off, he does a very dorky like fist pump and like yes, and like his hair does the Giblin floof again.
Honestly,
It gets
I'd
us a
have to roll
polite
D2.
smattering of applause.
What'd you say, Babble?
I would have to. Fuck. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me bring my headset mic down
I know.
towards my mouth.
I'm sorry, I know you're eating.
I'd have to roll a D2 to see if he would or not.
Okay.
Because, like, dear fucking Christ.
Understandable.
That's a no.
Okay. So no, that's fine. That's fine. It was just a thing of like Ozwell would have recognized kind of the burst of magic that comes, because yeah, that cuff comes off, and I mean you're in a Toon land, so there's Toon tropes still apply. There's a bit of it almost looks like, street lamp light.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Oh, joyous. Cool. Great.
Sparks
Oh.
from his hands, and he inhales like kind of like he's been able to breathe for the first time. Just
Feels good, doesn't it?
Is it okay? Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. He is actually gonna sorry, hang on. I gotta check a thing. Yeah, that's what I thought. He's gotta actually have the thing listed. So he can I make this? Can I do this? Yes. Excellent. So he exhales, and I'm assuming with bread came also water, and he takes his cup, and there's a slow like exhale, and then there's more water in the cup.
Mersel looks at it and is just like, oh, create water?
He nods, just I haven't been able to cast in.
I'm glad I could help you then.
He the smile he gives Mersel is just like, it's very small, but like it's genuine.
Self-eyes internally fist bumps again.
Baby boy. Baby.
Oh, actually, if you're going to continue this discussion, Fiyero, shouldn't you go and get Ozwell, since he might, you know.
I should. We should work together.
Mhm.
God, this is... Okay.
I'm gonna roll a thing, don't mind me.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna sidle
That's
up to
fine.
Matthias.
Yep.
If you like, take that off your hands. Get it out of here. I'm gonna point at the cuff, which is probably just on the ground because nobody likes that.
Nobody likes that thing. It's gross. Its vibes are rancid. And
Craigory can get rid of
Nobody
it.
likes that.
Matthias
I've
will nudge
I've
it
got
towards
matches
it.
if you want to set it on fire.
It's got uses.
I know what you're going to use it for, and yes, take the cuff.
Craigory's gonna pocket that. Into hammer space it goes.
Oh, actually, does
Now.
Matthias still have his collar, or was that taken off at Dimension?
The chain was unhooked, but I think the collar is still on.
No,
Yeah,
Oh no, the collar is off.
walked to the mansion.
Oh yeah, you picked it off. No, yeah, you did pick it off, Cell.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I could have sworn they picked off the collar, but I can't remember if it was the chain or collar.
No, it was the whole damn collar.
Yeah,
I picked it off with a hairpin.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right, because his neck is a sight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Cell's just like, oh, Matthias, well, Fiyero goes get Ozwell. He looks at Fiyero, and then back to Matthias. Do you want to borrow one of my extra sweaters?
And he doesn't know what to say because Ozwell already gave him the shirt off his back. Ozwell is still shirtless, by the way, folks.
I forgot.
I heard Oswald shredded. I heard
Yeah,
Oswald.
I think when
See,
Cell
you joke, but he is though.
He is.
I think when Cell realizes he's still wearing the shirt, he's just like, you could wear the sweater and give the shirt back to Ozwell if you like.
Oh, all right. That, okay. I can, yeah, all right.
It'll be a little baggy on you, but I think it should still fit. We have more or less the same thing.
Matthias is shuffling nervously. He's just like, Craigory, you are picking up that this poor man is not sure what to do with all of this niceness.
Yeah.
Help him!
Show a changeling kindness.
You
You
broke
don't know
him.
what to fucking do with it.
he's like a cat that's like touching it like it's gonna burn him. Like,
Yeah, and Salts have been pretty good, like with not fumbling lately. But he does take out an extra sweater. It's literally the sweater he's wearing right now, but an identical copy.
of course it is.
Multiple sweaters.
Somewhere underground, Vava just feels just that sense of shame of he still only has the one outfit.
Baba rolling in her metaphorical grave.
No, Vava is just like, I suddenly feel intense despair for my son's wardrobe.
Vava senses a disturbance in the fashion force.
But Matthias does take the sweater. It's a bit of an awkward shuffle because he's got the duster that Fiyero loaned him, and Ozwell's shirt, and now this sweater. So he's just kind of like,
He also has Ozwell's coat.
oh, and the coat. Okay,
He's just fucking bundled.
he's
We just
bundled,
looked at
and
him.
he's removing all of those layers, and it's awkward for him because it's like, all eyes are on him, and
Yeah,
he's-
Sal's turning away. Don't worry, like he's not looking.
Fiyero, on his way out, will like take off his cloak and throw it over like a beam so that it lands so that Matthias has like a changing screen.
There we go. You don't get to see what the rest of him looks like, especially his back, because that was against a wall.
It's fine. It's fine.
Don't
it's
worry
fine.
about it.
Good.
Oh.
You hear you hear all of that fabric being rustled around as he tries to figure it out and juggle it before eventually, like,
I also apologize. Fucking all of Oswell's clothes are fucking
oh my god.
heavy.
Yeah. This changeling has 8 strength. Don't do this to him.
I'm sorry.
But eventually he does like emerge, and he's got Mersel's sweater on, and it is comically big on him. Like,
Put him in a giant yellow sweater.
Mersel has a foot and a half on him. Like, he's
Swimming.
he's swimming in it. The sleeves like do that cartoonish like dangle. The neck of it is really wide, like he can pull it up to his nose basically.
I mean it's better than the whole ass 2 feet that Oswell has on him. By half a
God.
foot.
And
Yeah.
it doesn't mean they're so shirtless.
Yeah, honestly, this is the improvement of now nobody needs to be shirtless, Ozwell.
You say that like
Listen, he
everyone
only
has
has the one
complaints
set,
about it.
all right?
yeah, there it is. But he does eventually emerge with that on. He's holding the coat and Oswell's shirt and Fiyero's coat. Like he doesn't know what to do with them now.
Oh, we can put them. Is there a table or something?
In the barn, no. Most you could get is a sawhorse, which is basically
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like he's just like we can put it there until they come back.
And he does.
I will say the sweater smells of vanilla and bread because of course it does.
Because of course it does. And yeah, he does then realizing that pull the neck up and just like
Sniff, sniff.
hunker into it.
Sniff, sniff.
Neef.
Sneef,
It's
sneef.
It smells like warm bread, like freshly baked warm bread and vanilla.
Yeah.
Sneef.
Sneef, sneef. He just kind of hunkers in there.
It's the perfect hiding sweater. He can draw his knees up and disappear inside.
Oh my god, he can go to Sweater Town.
We can go
Matthias
to
isn't here right now. He's in Sweater Town.
Okay. But yeah, so he's got that. The good news, and he actually will say, with the cuff off, I can cast again. well, without my watch, I can't. If it's
Watch?
my and he kind of like shuffles a little
Your
nervously. It's
focus?
yeah.
Oh, it's an arcane focus.
It's my holy symbol actually.
Mersel kind of nods that, like, oh yeah, not everyone's a warlock.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
Got a
oh,
party full of warlocks, and we introduced a cleric.
I have given you a cleric who has 18 constitution and 100 health. You're welcome.
Holy fucking
Sel's
shit.
just like, in that case, do you know where your pocket watch is?
And hilariously enough, not hilariously, this is actually terrible. Right on cue. Again, we're in Toonland. These are Toon tropes. Right on cue. Matthias opens his mouth and then kind of has this like and he arcs like he's in pain.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
no, you don't have to answer that question? Shit, is it because I asked you that? Matthias, what's wrong?
Craigory's rolling medicine.
Yep.
I sit here and I know what.
Yep.
Oh,
Someone know
man.
what? I know
Ozwell,
what.
come back,
Oz-
fucking dog.
What is your
Someone know
medicine,
what?
my dude?
You
It's
whore!
pretty good.
Why aren't you in there?
You can have
Fiyero
him
is
come.
bringing Ozwell down from the roof.
I was gonna say,
Ozwell, don't you fucking worry. Craigory's
holy shit. So,
23, baby.
23. This is nothing that was triggered by like. This was nothing triggered by anything around, if that makes sense, Craigory. This is
Is this
something.
familiar?
Would it be familiar to Craigory?
I mean, Craigory knows memoir.
That's what I was thinking.
He knows memoir, but would memoir have talked about that with Gregory?
Yeah.
I mean, that's up to you. Kraken, how often do you think Craigory and Memoir talk about shit?
I imagine they kind of shoot the shit in the barn a lot. And, conversation wanders. Sometimes there isn't even conversation. It's just hanging out.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it may have come up. I don't know if it's the kind of thing Memoir would talk about.
I mean, Memoir's kind of open about shit, so I imagine, like, at one point, maybe he was just like, oh yeah, like, if Craigory asked, hey, why do you always have the watch even when you're, not in clothes where a pocket watch would be appropriate? And Memoir's just like, oh, I can't fucking take it off. Also, if it gets damaged, it hurts. Watch.
He might have asked that when, like, Memoir was doing dangerous glass blowing and almost, like, something almost happened to the watch, basically.
I'm losing my mind. That's such a Craigory sentence. He doesn't like being on the other end of that.
Not so nice now, is it, Danthew?
Hey, that's
It
illegal.
hurts when this thing gets damaged. Watch. I'm still reeling from that.
Yeah.
It genuinely fucking hurts to watch. Memoir.
God, no wonder.
Memoir just fucking rakes one of his pins or his one of his chisels over the back of the watch and then just doubles over because
Yeah,
that hurt.
Memoir.
Standing back up, just that hurt. If that's the case, then yeah, Craigory, you recognize that as that, and probably about the same time, Ozwell and Fiyero returned to see this, and Ozwell immediately, without needing to roll medicine, recognizes what the hell is going on.
Okay.
Okay, so,
It's a 19. He's fine.
What's going on?
He's fine.
What's going on? What happened?
You remember the pocket watch?
Keys has his arcane focus, and he knows
It's not
how
his
to...
arcane focus. It's more like all of him.
Oh,
So,
gotta-
that pocket watch we need desperately.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
No, haven't all of you.
It's
You're not okay, but that's fine.
give me a moment. And he is going to once again use a fucking spell slot to cast Healing Elixir. Will you
He
fucking
starts
shut
to.
the fuck?
He starts to, and Matthias just says, I'm all right. I don't require healing. I can, because he actually can heal himself. He's a cleric. He can do that.
Are
Should
you
probably
okay?
give that
Can you
quick
breathe?
Well,
I'm, and he just exhales slowly. Honestly, it's almost like, I think everybody here would recognize this. It's almost just like he's been cramping really badly, and then it finally fades. But he just, I'm okay. Master Keys knows I'm gone. And he sounds terrified by that.
Oh,
Okay, that's... Yeah, we knew that was gonna happen. We didn't know... Oh, kiddo. Okay.
well, it's okay. We're gonna. Saul was gonna say Oswald's probably gonna be leaving with you, but he doesn't wanna. He doesn't feel like maybe he's just kind of trails off. It's fine.
Ozwell's just looks at Matthias and just casts it very quietly, anyways, not looking at him, and just it kind of turned away. Maybe sort of hiding behind Fiyero so that Matthias doesn't have to look at him. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Honey, it's okay.
And he's going to slip Fiyero one of them.
Fiyero will
While
slide
holding
it
on to
into
the
his
other.
pocket. Well, ideally, what we should do is beat the shit out of the person in charge of this bullshit and put an end to it all.
oh, agreed.
Ideally.
Ideally, I would set that man on fire.
Actually very effective with vampires.
Oh,
yeah.
Fury.
Also need a silver bullet or a stake, but neither one.
Oh, here. And Fiyero will reach up into his hair and pull out, like, a polished wood hairpin.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I am so in love with you.
Anyway, like Saul raises his voice after Oswald says that. Pierre, you fought vampires before, right? Like I've read about them, but it was always kind of conflicting information. So, any advice you gotta give on what kind of magic or weapons to use or tactics?
Should I roll history, DM?
This is... What would it actually be?
Or...
This is...
Could I roll with, like, expertise, given that this is my job?
Give me a second to, I would actually say... Make a... This is terrible. I wish we had knowledge, like, the knowledge things as fucking they do in Pathfinder. I'm upsetty.
We can just say fuck it and roll.
Just roll me an intelligence check, and add your proficiency to it.
Intelligence and add proficiency.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's intelligence plus 5. Okay. So that's intelligence plus 4. So I rolled an 18 because it's 17 plus 1 for my intelligence, plus 4, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's a 22. What do I know about vampires?
Let me pull up the creature stat block. So you know a lot of fun things about vampires. You know a lot. You know not only not only vampires are all undead, the more powerful ones can shapeshift. You also know that there are not only just your run-of-the-mill kind of vampires, there are also vampire spawn, which are people newly turned who have not yet become full-fledged vampires. There are also vampires that have turned but are not, like, have not mastered their abilities. Those are typically called blood drinker vampires. And then you also know that amongst vampires, there's different types, so to speak. Each based on what might be known as a vice, or in some circles, a sin. And that indulging in that vice or sin is similar to being fed for them. And so you have vampires of wrath, you have vampires of greed, pride, envy, so on and so forth. And they typically all have, they each have abilities unique to them. Most of what you have seen in town have been blood drinkers or just your run-of-the-mill vampires. You haven't seen anybody, like, falling into a specific vice.
Pattern of behavior.
Yeah, or a vice, so to speak.
I mean, we've seen, I think, one.
You've seen one. Yeah.
Pretty sure we know what he
At
is.
a distance.
At a distance. You may or may not know what he is. You'd have to probably get a better look or an idea. I mean, based on everything you've known about this Mr. Keys, you could probably make an educated guess about what his vice would be.
Do I roll something to make that educated guess?
Sure.
Do we want to do...
I'm putting it in roll zone what I think.
I think, yeah, I'm putting mine too, because I think I know that well.
Alright.
Oh boy. So would that just be
there's
the
a
same roll
reason why.
again?
Yeah, just roll again.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, that's a dirty 20 plus 4. That's 24. Give me your secrets.
Yeah, based on everything you know about this, man's a greed vampire.
I knew it!
Gimme.
And he just kind of makes, like, you know that hissing noise that birds make when they're irritated?
Yes.
You know that cranky bird noise? He makes a cranky bird noise that turns into sort of a low cackling laugh and just... Well, I've heard of using vampires as a metaphor for the parasitism of the rich feeding on the other members of their populace, but I didn't think that I would ever encounter a situation where it was this fucking literal.
You will also know, Fiyero, that greed vampires in particular are typically stronger than their normal vampire counterparts.
Oh,
And he
boy.
will, like, mutter that as well. Just, okay, so we're dealing with someone with a lot of raw strength. Makes sense. The man is built like a fucking mountain.
Yeah, he is.
Mersel looks at everyone in the party who's Twinkie in some one way or another, except Ozwell.
Yep.
And like,
Oswald's the fucking exception with that, I feel.
yeah, and Sol like audibly winces.
I'm good at moving fast, but I'm not good at hitting hard.
I'm good at hitting hard, but God help me if I actually get hit, unfortunately.
I'm a long range fighter. I can fight
speaking-
in close quarters, but not well.
Enough.
I have a lot of tricks and a lot of tricks.
Matthias kind of nervously, I would say wrings his hands, but the sleeves of this sweater are so long, it's more just like he's wringing the sleeves of the sweater together. It's kind of cute. And he very quietly just says,
Adorable.
I can take a hit pretty well.
Ideally, you wouldn't be anywhere near this fight.
also can heal, and I can well, I can help you. I can help y'all. I can give you a. I can. And he's just kind of like, he's starting to stutter and get like. You can tell he's getting nervous, and like the panic's kind of starting to creep in a bit. Like
It's like, hey,
Oh,
hey,
that's
you
great.
he wants to help.
you don't
You're okay, and if you
you
want to
don't
help,
need to, but
we appreciate
I also
it.
get
But
wanting to.
yeah,
I mean, I'm a bit of a hypocrite on that front. I've done similar. Going back in the lion's den, so to speak.
Excuse you, Blaze. Excuse you, Blaze. Ozwell is a +3.
Matthias deserves a chance to go ape shit.
He should go ape shit. He probably can't, but that's not the point. The point is, he does kind of like stutter a bit more, and he just, I could, I mean, I could help keep you safe and keep you up, and I can, I mean, I know where they'll be taking everybody, and I know where the other location in Faruma is, and I can help.
And we appreciate that, but are you going to be safe if you help us?
I mean, you
You
can't
don't have to put yourself in more danger than you feel comfortable with. You spent a lot of time in a bad place. You deserve the first chance to get out of it that you can get.
Hey, it's Matthias's choice, though. Like, if he
Right.
really wants to help.
It's his choice, but also, Matthias, no offense. You're not used to being able to make choices,
He winces at that.
which is not your fault. It's very much not your fault.
And it's something that takes a lot of time to learn.
This would require a great deal of defiance.
He
And
oh, go ahead, sorry.
against the man who has been hurting you for several years. I don't want you to get any more hurt than you already are. I will not stop you. Because I can't. But I will be there to protect you should you choose. I just also don't advise yet.
You can see as y'all are kind of like talking, it's kind of impressive in a sad way how tiny this man can shrink. As like he wants to help, but y'all are basically giving him without saying it, you're all basically saying no.
I mean, Sal was on Matthias's side.
I know, but like as
Yeah.
everyone is talking, he's just kind of shrinking back in, like
Craigory's big side's like, we're making this too complicated.
Well, this is all ignoring one question, like, kind of, like, cuts his hand, like, in a vertical line in front of him. No matter what, we're going to be in danger. Unless you have a way out of town right now, right this second, without catching anyone's attention, it really won't be any more or less dangerous than just confronting the source.
Is he looking at Ozwell when he says that?
No, he's looking at the ground.
I am going to roll an insight to see what he means because Ozwell's confused. Like, who is planning on leaving? He's so confused.
Okay.
I am
So-
rolling insight. 18.
All right. Hold on. Let me roll something. Yeah, no. That's his deception.
God fucking damn it. Sal,
Stay
please.
confused.
Fiyero will look at Ozwell and tilt his head and say, Mersel was under the impression that you were going to leave with Matthias and was originally under the impression that I was going to leave with you. I've already confirmed that I'm here to solve a missing persons case, not so much to solve a single missing person, but to eradicate the source of the problem. What's your take?
Okay, that was a 13 deception.
I'm
Okay.
going. I mean, do I even roll insight? I'd have to roll 11 or higher for that. No. Makes sense though.
Where is my
He's
insight?
totally not hurt, just confused.
Mm-hmm.
Totally not feeling a lot of pain in his heart. It's like, why? Why would I leave? It's fine. And he's just very confused and tilting his head. Like, why? Why would I leave?
I mean, that was the reason you were here, wasn't it?
It was the reason I was here. I can't.
Not
deny
everyone
that.
leaves as soon
However,
as
I'm
they've
not.
completed their main objective.
Even if that is what my friend had asked of me, I would unfortunately have to defy her in that. Because I can't. There's more to this. There's more people. And your mother is one of them, and I can't. I'm not. I might be.
Oh boy.
Well,
I had fully intended to go in there looking for your mother. I didn't expect when I opened that door entirely to find just him. I admit I had gone in there fully expecting to at least find both, preferably your mother.
I mean, Sal's kind of like flailing a little bit, and he's just like, I'm not upset or anything.
Mm.
And of course, I know that like people don't always leave when they've completed their objective. Like this is kind of like with a frown like at Fiyero before he looks at the sun. It's just like I thought with how much well with how dangerous the town is, you'd rather be safe than sorry, and I wouldn't have begrudged you that. That's what you had decided.
Better safe than sorry would imply that leaving would do any good if the problem here has not been solved. Even if I left with him, A, uh, that's a whole can of worms in and of itself. I don't know where I would take him that would be safe. I don't think and he mutters this very quietly. I don't think he really likes me very much, and I can't blame him for that.
Oh,
So, Matthias's passive perception is a 24. Just FYI. So he hears that.
I don't, and very pointedly says, like, I don't blame him for that.
But
Ozwell,
kind of-
stop.
But he says that, and Matthias kind of pipes up. If if I didn't like you in the past, I don't remember it now.
How
But I don't.
far back does your memory go? Then.
Kind of thinks. A couple of days before I got caught.
Which
When was that?
which was
How long ago did Memoir wake up in our timeline?
Let me grab the fucking turnabout jump scare. What was
'Cause-
the fucking date?
I know we've said at least 2 years. I feel like with the breaks and things, it might be more.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I sit here in the fact that, like, Ozwell has not been alive for that long.
Yeah.
He's only, like, a few weeks.
Ozwell! Oh my god.
He's only
Okay,
been
so-
here a little while.
Turnabout jump scare took place a year ago.
Okay.
But we know that it's been a little more than a year in universe, so roughly
Yeah, because...
2 years.
Okay, so yeah.
Let's
so,
put it at roughly 2 years, and
Yeah. Aaron probably a
stop
little...
fussing with it.
Yeah, so Aaron a little more. Craigory, you know the look Matthias is giving. It's the I'm trying to remember dates. Things are hazy. A couple years?
huh. Craigory is filing that away for personal reasons himself.
I admit that I'm sorry that you heard, for one. At the same time, that is not what I meant. I have not quite been alive that long.
My apologies. You saying that does not, like, spark any kind of what the fuck, Matthias just kind of has the, tunes are weird mentality and is moving on.
Fiyero will just kind of sigh, look at Matthias, and just... He overstepped your boundaries trying to get you out of the manor, and therefore feels guilty because you don't deserve to have those boundaries violated, but the situation called for it. Therefore, he thinks you don't like him and might be scared of him because large and scary and went over boundaries.
Matthias tilts his head like boundaries are a foreign concept.
I love you also, but why are you like this? And he's turning to him.
Anyway, we're getting off track. We should probably put a pin in this conversation for much, much, much later.
Mersel, like, oh god, they're talking about feelings. I've gotta get us back on track.
Fiyero doesn't tolerate fucking people not talking about their shit. If he knows what your shit is and you're being emotionally constipated about it, he will put it as bluntly as fucking possible.
Oh, it's a great thing
God.
he doesn't know most of Mersel's shit.
Yeah.
I
Correct.
mean, Ozwell was just gonna leave that for another day, not just not addressing it. It doesn't need to be addressed right now. It's the thing.
Yeah, in fairness, Sel did say put a pin in the conversation. He is at least a little better than he was when he started out in canon.
Yeah.
I would
Ozwell's
fucking
just
hope
standing
so.
here.
Yeah,
Ozwell's just standing here. He's a little, not a frustrated, not annoyed, but there is an emotion, and he's just like, I was trying to.
You're so valid, my dude.
I apologize for my bird man.
anyway,
We admire his dedication to communication.
He's
His
seen a
tact
lot of
needs a little
stupid...
work.
He's he's seen a lot of stupid bullshit tropes and decided a long time ago that, you know what? Better to be tactless than to let miscommunications happen. Better to be
Anyways.
tactless than part of an idiot plot.
Anyway, self-ice. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're getting off track again. The point is, well, he kind of takes a look at Matthias and at Ozwell and the others. And then finally Matthias.
He kind of,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
We
that's
need to figure
like,
out a plan, and we need to move quickly.
yes,
Matthias, it's your call. Do you want to come or no?
I mean, I can help.
Matthias, maybe a better question for you. Would you like us to make the decision for you?
He blinks
Shoots
at that.
Ozwell like
He kind of
He's
blinks
not
at
saying
that.
anything because he gets it, but also,
He kind of blinks at that. I, I want to help.
all right. Then I think we would definitely appreciate your help. And Craigory dusts his hands off like that's that. That's all we're going to put into it. Unfortunately, the way Matthias is, it's just going to be circles otherwise.
Yup.
Fiyero will give Craigory a little salute and just respect. That was well handled.
Yep.
Yup. So, y'all.
hold on, I need
go
to
ahead.
put this in the game soon. Thank you, Louis, for this art, but this really is
Oh my
just
God.
everyone right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Once again.
Yeah. So, y'all are gonna come
Okay.
up with a plan, and I think we should take a quick break.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, break time.
Break time. I'm gonna go grab food. I'll be right back.
hella.
Pause recording.
I need to unscrunch my bones because
Boop.
don't
Here's the
mind
number.
me. I am just
Okay.
flying around in.
All right. You're just having a time.
I'm just playing Sky while we
I
play
understand.
D&D.
Listen, I understand. I look at my crochet projects. Anyway, so we are back from break. Y'all have been
Good.
planning. And in the midst of this planning, the sun has in fact started to rise, and Matthias has basically given y'all the kind of rundown of Keys is going to be putting, like, everything is getting packed up immediately. Like, if they aren't already being moved, like, now, or if they weren't being moved last night, there will be, basically, like, the vampires that can handle the sun are going to, which is not a lot, to be fair, because sun hurts them a lot. So the ones that can take that damage and just kind of, power through it for a second will probably be moving people to the harbor. Suffice to say, so that they can all kind of just finish it up and leave the next night. Like, they will be gone the next night. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And he knows...
And we're not letting them do that.
You are not letting them do that, ideally. And the where the hell did my map go? There it is. He points in a specific spot on the harbor, which is right on the edge of the warehouse district and the actual harbor itself. He points to a location there and basically says that this is where they would be bringing everybody until they can load them onto the boats. He winces really hard when he says they're gonna probably be disguised as cargo.
Right.
Yeah. And it isn't just the people, it's going to be everything relating to the operation. So, like, everything's going to get gone. Don't be surprised if there's a fire come the morning. That's
Arson.
arson. Ta-da! So y'all are given that kind of rundown, and you can plan there. He will give you any and all information that he is able to, which is a surprising amount. This changeling,
Been here a while.
he's been here a while. He knows a lot. Probably a lot more than he really should know, actually.
Oh boy.
Which is what happens when you have a 24 perception.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ozwell is making, once again, teacher's notes of everything that's being said and talked about.
I love it.
Yay, teacher's notes.
Very detailed teacher's notes because he was don't worry about it.
Yeah.
He's been a teacher before. It's fine.
Exactly. And so you will also get Matthias will also mention that there's like a lot of places that, like, if asked, which I assume he would get asked, there's a lot of places that they would pull tunes from. The hotels were one, the casinos were another, because to quote him, Master Keys owned a couple of the casinos, and also the Elysian Theater. They had talent nights there on occasion.
Oh. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that the Violet one that I went to is absolutely one that was owned by him.
Yeah. Yes.
Charming.
Call that a fucking...
Yep, you tried to
almost
apply
ended up
for...
working the guy.
Yep, you almost ended up working for him. Congrats.
Gross.
That would have
has a
been
lot of
very
feelings.
funny, though. That would have been even
Oh,
more
man.
reason to beat him up.
Yeah, honestly.
Because who doesn't want to have just the delightful experience of beating the ever-loving shit out of your boss?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, I look at Ozwell. You could have just pointed him in the direction, like, if there was anything going bad. Ozwell didn't even need to know about all the other shit that's going on. Just point him in the direction of the boss and he'll go at him. It's a stupid idea, but also...
Incredible.
We love this party, Your Honor.
Mhm.
Everyone here
Glass
is just
cannons, everyone.
everyone here is just some different flavor of fucking nuts.
We love it. Oh my god.
They are all feral gremlin children.
They really are. And this is where I'm gonna say, wizard singular. You can prepare spells.
Thank God.
Yeah.
This is a long rest, right?
Yes, I am counting it.
Oh,
as
That
a
would
long
help
rest.
because he was
3
out of
stars
third
with
level
left
slots.
Yeah.
Alright. Somewhere in that, would it be okay if Ozwell casts Healing Elixir again?
Oh, you're having a long rest. You can cast it 8 times. Actually, no, you have 2 slots. You can cast it 16 times. If you want to do that, I will let you. I've done it before.
He is going to do that.
Good.
Paranoid.
Good.
So there are currently 18 healing elixirs.
Excellent.
The party is well stocked in no dying juice.
No dying. And you have a cleric, who has in fact prepared cure wounds.
I think this is all warranted. It's a bunch of pissed off vampires.
We're also gonna prepare that.
The forbidden no die.
Yep.
Sippy of make you not die.
Yep.
Kind.
That's not important.
Anti-death flavored juicy tubes.
My favorite flavor.
Lifesavers.
Lifesavers.
You're welcome.
Okay, but that just is making me imagine like a healing potion that's kept in lifesaver candies, and now I want that as a magic item. I'm taking notes.
Consider.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make a thing after this game that Ozwell is just like, he can So you know how I've explained the consistency of this fucking
Mm-hmm.
liquid?
Mhm.
What if it's somewhat solidified into like a gummy?
Uh,
Ozwell makes food
Uh.
gummy.
Ozwell make fruit gummy.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Hex no likey the food gummy.
I don't like food gummy, Ozwell, because I just the consistency I've been given in my head. I'm just like, no.
It's just honey consistency and molten glass.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's the forbidden honey.
It's forbidden.
Is that the one?
Forbidden
honey.
honey. Spicy honey. Honey of make
Only
you
spicy
die.
to the fox
Aw.
is only spicy to the foxes.
Where the hell is? Do you not get?
And for the audience, I say foxes because Oswald is not my only fox.
Yes.
And both foxes are allergic to honey and bees.
There it is. That's just great. Okay, there it is. Okay, yeah, you're preparing that. Okay. And last but not least.
Matthias has confirmed that
Okay.
there's
we
no
go.
more studs, but considering Mersel was able to get the magic limiter cuffs off with like lock picks,
Mm-hmm.
is that the only way to get them off, or is there basically I'm asking, is there a point to prepping remove curse?
I'm gonna say no.
In terms of that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to pick the cuff off.
Cool.
Break it.
Or break it.
Oswald can break it. Probably.
Oswald
It's
can
in
break
that
these
fucking one.
cuffs.
There actually is a
I
spell
can break
that
these
would
cuffs.
like short out electronics, and I would almost homebrew that works on it, but whatever, it's fine. I can't remember the spell.
On off, I think.
It's either that one or it's similar to Hex, but it's not Hex. But anyway,
No, you're
Hellish
Hex.
Rebuke?
I am Hex.
It can't be Hex. You're Hex. That's illegal.
I am Hex. You don't need that prepared. Why can't I unselect that?
It might be a
Oh,
subclass spell.
yeah, you're right.
Clerics have certain spells of their subclasses that are just always prepared.
Yeah, that's it.
Always.
Because I forgot
forever.
he's a
You don't
Twilight
get a
cleric.
choice.
Don't need that.
Let me know if you ever want me to make like a memory domain
Mhm.
for you to give your boy.
He's I made him the Twilight one just because it fit the most.
Mm-hmm.
But we will look into that at a later time.
Oh, if we're still preparing,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking through Sal's inventory. He could, like, since they are preparing and it is a long rest, he could technically just make another bowl of soup using the tasty soup pot.
He
So
could.
everyone gets advantage on con.
That would not be
Heyo.
a bad idea.
That would be a
Soup.
great
That
idea. I look
Yeah,
at my
you know
boy.
what? Let me roll the hammer face. In the middle of everyone preparing, you just hear the loudest, like it's basically what you hear when someone pulls out the stone cauldron and like drops it on the floor.
Yeah.
And so you see Sel like roll up the sleeves of his coat and sweater, and he cracks his knuckles and he goes, "All right, then."
Matthias is watching enraptured.
Oh, Matthias,
Yeah.
you want to help me cook?
Emergency soup.
Marcel, I'm sorry, it's phrased as a question, but he says yes no matter what. The good news is yes, he does want to help.
All right, that's good.
Yeah. Craigory's time-space fiddling filler between here's the plan and go time.
Yeah,
I think
and
he's
now
honestly not helping with soup. he will leave.
Yeah,
that.
I don't
It's-
trust Craigory in the kitchen. Not even a
No,
Yeah.
no,
No.
Marcel shouldn't. No, Craigory's just kind of shuffling and reshuffling and messing around with his Taroka deck.
Mm-hmm.
I trust Matthias in the kitchen though.
He's
At least
okay.
with instructions. At least with instructions.
Yeah, he can follow instructions.
And
He's
now
very good at
it's time
that.
for me to Google like the tastiest soups I can.
French onion
Ozwell.
soup.
Mm. No. In
Ozwell
this
is
case,
watching them.
no. In this case, he's making solyanka.
Ooh, how do you spell that?
Solyanka. Solyanka.
Solyanka. Oh, that looks great. And it'll probably be good for someone who just got out of captivity like Matthias.
It is literally known as the Russian feel better soup. It is
Yeah.
it's literally
So-
everything you can throw in a pot and pickles.
I will say
Pickles.
Oh, I would not be able to eat that. Ugh.
I will say I'm rolling something really quick. Oh, that's a 30-20. Alright,
Nice.
so Sal charges Matthias with stirring as he chops.
Mm-hmm.
And Matthias, you have the 20 perception. You notice that as Sal is like chopping the vegetables, he actually pauses where he starts chopping more carefully, and you notice he's chopping the vegetables into little hearts.
Oh my god. Yeah, about that. What is that? What is your
Ozwell?
Oh, that's actually pretty good. I'm shocked. Okay. So Matthias sees Mersel, chopping veggies. There's a notable pause. But he resumes like nothing happened. Nothing's going on. And
The knife is, in fairness, the knife is being used to chop heart-shaped vegetables, which probably helps.
it's being used for a service. He's okay. Brain. What was I gonna say? But no, Solyanka. I say it's pickles. Really, it's a brine. You want to use like a brine, like olives or pickles or something of that nature in it. It's kind of a substitute for your lemon because it's full of the sodium and the salt you need to replenish all of that in your body when you're fucking sick. And then typically it's got what's known as doctor's sausage in it, which is kind of like Spam a little bit.
Terrifying.
And then you
Thank
just
you.
I know I'm describing it and it sounds disgusting. It's fucking delicious. It's a hearty soup and it's got a nice like tang to it that you normally associate with like lemon, and it's really good.
It
I will
actually
take your
reminds
word
me.
for it.
It actually reminds me of an Indonesian soup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of sop merah, which basically translates into red soup.
Yeah, this does kind of have a red bit to it. So yeah, this might be similar.
Yeah, especially since it's its biggest ingredient, like the one thing you can't filch on. Like you can change up the vegetables, you can change up like everything else, but the biggest ingredients are tomatoes and sausage.
These might be similar. Yeah. So yeah, this is basically like you're making a feel better soup essentially.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's why he's cutting the vegetables into hearts. You're putting literal like love into it. He's a Toon, okay? Like with Toons, tropes have power.
God, yeah. Also, fun flavor. If you wanted to roll insight on Matthias when he froze at the sight of Mersel with a knife.
Yeah, makes sense. He's chopping the vegetables.
Rolls insight.
Yep.
Give me your secrets.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's not high enough to beat his deception, shockingly.
Oh, wait.
I'm shocked
I'm
too.
gonna
Like,
try
he
real
rolled
quick.
really well. Okay, yeah, you see it. Ozwell sees it, yeah.
Ozwell has been looking over because, like, he's curious. I don't think he's ever seen anybody actually make food before.
Yeah.
Why is everyone in this party so sad?
Tarama! But you see Mersel start chopping, and you see Matthias freeze. And he's terrified for us, like, a hot second. Particularly at the sight of the knife. And then he doesn't move for what feels like a long moment before he registers that Cell is cutting cute hearts into the food. And he kind of steels himself and resumes what he's doing.
Honey.
honey.
Yeah.
Hate that. But Ozwell is not going to say anything.
He is
And-
okay. He is okay. Mersel is making cute shapes with a knife. It's fine.
Yeah, it's the heart shape.
Oswald,
It's a heart shaped soup.
Yeah.
Oswald doesn't even know how to broach the topic with him, anyways. Like
I mean, you would be able to probably
Oswell
put
big.
No.
Oswell scary.
Roll me perception,
He's
Oswell.
aware.
Roll me perception. You'd be able to put 2 and 2 together if you roll well enough.
What is your perception? I forget. That's not that great. Hopefully it's enough. It's
Fuck,
a
dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll do it. You see him freeze, and clearly something about it spooks him. You're watching him work, and you notice, as he's doing this, like helping Mersel, what did Mersel have him doing?
Stir the stew.
Yeah. So as he's stirring, he's using one hand to stir, and you can see a scar on that hand, on that palm, pretty big. And then he kind of switches hands, and you notice a couple of the fingers on that hand are just kind of curled, and that one also has a scar on it. It looks a lot more nasty.
Mm.
You could probably put 2 and 2 together.
My brain cannot. Oswald's can.
Clearly, he suffered a very grievous injury to his hands, with a knife.
okay.
So,
Okay.
Try and grab
Okay.
the knife by the sharp edge.
don't do that.
Uh,
It's bad.
Yeah. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't.
Oh god, my hands just started hurting like in phantom sympathetic pain.
Yeah.
I don't think Oswell has any scars here, right now from doing stupid shit like that. But he knows. He gets the feeling that he knows,
Mhm.
and he's just not addressing it.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't address it. It's fine. You've caught this bit, and you have learned a thing about the boy.
I learned a thing about the boy. He's gonna leave it for now. Best not to bring attention to it. Also, Vamp, if he is
Yes.
allowed to do that, absolutely. Like if they need ingredients, Oswell will be going out being stupid fox for a little bit, and bringing them ingredients, not being normal about it, just dropping them from his mouth.
I think that
Enrichment.
would be
Go full
hilarious if
enriching.
Sal's
Oh my
like
God.
if Sal's like talking to Matthias and Oswald just hears, this stew like could use some carrots, but unfortunately I ran out even my like stores in my house.
There's farmland around.
Uh-huh.
We could steal.
You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna.
Are we robbing a farm of their carrots?
I'm gonna.
They
roll
don't. They're
perception.
not gonna miss 3 carrots.
I'm gonna roll perception to see how well he does with looking for the carrots.
It would
Oh
actually
my
be survival.
Damn. Okay.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Oh, that's
17.
good.
Yeah,
He find many carrots.
He
knows
do.
what they smell like.
he do find mini
Oh.
carrot.
God, fucking Matthias and Sal just here.
Having
You're
never
exactly
cooked
right,
before, how
because
many
he
does
does run on
Oswald
all fours when he's doing this.
Oh my god.
I'm just imagining Matthias like despite himself like saying out loud, "Is that a tune thing?" And Sal's just like, "Oh no, I think that's Oswald."
Honestly, yeah.
I didn't say this before, but like Ozwell doesn't actually have normal feet. He has like fox legs.
He got fox feet! Oh my god.
He do have fox feet.
I also just
Oh,
love
like
the idea
this-
that Ozwell returns with carrots and there's
Makes
also
sense.
just a potato in there.
There is, yeah. May or may not have mistaken one for a potato. It's fine. That was a
Okay.
17, so
Nice. You find it. You bring ingredients. You have ingredients and fantastic.
I need to roll a whiz save for myself for a reason. And I'm
Mat-
rolling a fucking this.
Matthias is watching all of this. He sees Ozwell do this, and Ozwell, you just watch the confused delight in his face.
Yeah, that's an
Ozwell is not
11.
paying attention. He
Aw.
has idiot eyes.
That's an 11. I think when Oswald comes back with the carrots and the potato, like I think Asel's taking them. Like he reflexively like pats Oswald's head because that'll dog instinct. Like, oh goodbye. And he fucking registers it and goes completely red.
Matthias is giggling
Ozwell.
quietly.
Like Oswald had like his hands up on like the side of the bowl. Not even normal about it, just like kind of hovering as if he is supposed to be fox height and he's leaning up against it. Just drops it.
it's so just
Thanks.
Idiot man.
I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just.
This is a whole man.
This is a whole man, but also he's an idiot.
This is a whole grown ass teacher. I feel like we are not putting enough emphasis on this man is a teacher.
This would be like if my history professor just fucking decided, you know what? Apropos of nothing, I'm going to be Fox today.
Listen,
I'm going to run Fox software.
listen.
For Fox.
Listen, Sal is too used to Primrose. Like, Oswald was on all fours bringing him vegetables. Like, he just ran on instinct.
I mean, so was Ozwell. I do hand you though, but like before he drops like the carrots and everything, there is like a slight trill.
Oh my god.
There's a trill. Foxes don't trill, but Ozwell does.
Mersel, like, has
I mean,
his
foxes
hands
can
over his
chirp.
mouth. Like, oh my god, oh my stars, that's so cute. And he's looking at Matthias like, Matthias actually does see his eyes this time because they snapped open from sheer cute. Like, he's just looking at Matthias like, Matthias?
I
Yes, Lewis, I know they Gecker. He can also Gecker, but we're not going to see that yet.
Matthias was looking at Ozwell. He looks at Mersel. He's not attuned, so you don't see anything that happens. But he does just pull the sweater up to his nose and look away.
Aw, baby.
It's too cute for words. Send help.
Ozwell is just here.
Ozwell is here. He's having idiot time.
He is having idiot time. I think after that he might actually chase his tail like an idiot in a circle.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Incredible.
He's having idiot time. He deserves it.
It's okay. He can have idiot time while these two cook, and Craigory, I assume, is laughing his ass off.
Oh, he's fully just enjoying the shenanigans and keeping his hands busy. He's got to have something to fiddle with,
Yeah,
and that's going to be cards.
understandable, honestly.
Yeah. How's Fiyero reacting to this?
So I sat down and had a realization.
Mm-hmm.
Fiero's kind of been an idiot about sleep the last couple days.
Oh,
Oh my
shit.
fucking god.
Yeah. Is he
Fiyero,
just
please pass out.
Fiero, like the first night of the first session, you know, flew around trying to do reconnaissance and just he hasn't been nap. No. So
didn't he nap during that small period of time between everyone like pulling together their plans and actually going on the heist?
yes, for a little bit, and then he immediately flew off and did more reconnaissance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? Go sleep. We don't want levels of assumption.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
I have
Uh,
a soft if he
I had
Go
a soft of my own.
Sleep.
Because he did kind of do the whole transformation in front of other people to get out of Dodge, so he's like, okay, these ones know, might as well stop trying to pretend to be person-shaped.
Mm-hmm.
So is anyone willing to have just a bird asleep on their shoulder?
Aw.
Yeah. Craiger's shoulder is available. He's used to having his shoulder as a perch.
Mm-hmm.
Quite frankly, he's happy to. Like he hasn't seen Pip in a bit.
You get a very, very scruffy looking, but also still very fluffy crow that lands on your shoulder and just kind of leans against you and falls asleep.
Aww.
Craigory, if anything, shifts like to make perch more conducive. He knows how to do this.
Craigory, our beloved.
Yes.
Just, I hold up my man's. He actually doesn't sleep very well if he's in human form, but if he is in bird form, he sleep.
Aw.
Good.
So,
Alright.
so looking at the bird. Oh, bird.
He just, occasionally you will just get, like, very, very quiet caws or peeps, and he's just sleepy.
Aww.
Sleepy.
What do birds dream about? We don't know. Currently, this one is dreaming about kicking ass.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna happen soon, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Which, on that
So we
note,
have
yeah.
I think that's all the preparation I have, yeah, just the soup. Saul has a lot of stuff in his inventory, but I don't think any of them would be relevant right now, except he might wear his moon scarf, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
He might wear his moon scarf, and he might... there's whispered reminders, but I don't know if he'd need an advantage on wisdom saves anytime soon. Actually, maybe I should have him take it out anyway and put it in his pocket.
There
Wouldn't
you go.
hurt.
There you go.
I was about to say, like, you say that, knock on wood, please.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? Fine. Puts it like, I don't know, puts it around his neck or something so that it's around.
Yep. Alright, well, with that in mind, I am going to say that we then have a wonderful little scene shift. And it's probably... Excuse me. When would y'all start heading over to the harbor? Probably sundown?
I think we'd want to be there by sundown, no later than. So
Yeah.
we'd have to be moving like in the height of day, which,
Yeah.
fine by Craigory, that's the least vampires' time. We should move while they're most hindered.
Understandable. Yep. All right. So, oh, I need my notes for this. Oh shit. The part you completely skipped.
Tasty.
Yeah.
This makes me realize how fucking pasty Ozwell is. He fucking glows in light.
God, so fucking white.
He's so fucking white.
I look at Matthias. Yeah. So y'all make your way down to the harbor and the warehouse district. And it is, I'm not going to say it's your typical medieval harbor, because it's actually a bit more industrialized. The harbor is clearly like it's a trade harbor, so there are a lot of larger ships coming and going, and the harbor is built to kind of accommodate for that. Not many personal vessels in this area, so to speak. And it's not heavy machinery, but there's a lot of like, excuse me, a lot of movable like bits that you can a lot of movable things like pulley systems and shit that you can move around to help load and unload cargo. cranes.
I'll help you out. I'll help you out. There's shear poles.
Thank you.
Those aren't mechanical.
Thank you. I'm doing my best here, Kraken.
I was like, I will let Hex suffer for about 20 seconds, and then I'll help out with some, like, manpower period stuff. Shear poles.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Precursor to modern cranes.
Yeah. I appreciate you only letting me suffer for a short moment. I make a damn fool of myself.
Listen, it is sometimes funny to let your siblings suffer.
Yes. Don't
I
worry.
just
sibling
like
look like a
showing
fool
off
for a
my
little bit.
knowledge. That's all this is.
At this point, I'm about to be like, you described the harbor.
You want?
No. No. But there's a lot.
Water.
Wow, that damn do sure be water.
Ocean.
Fuck. Ocean.
Ocean man, take me by the hand.
Oh god damn it. Okay.
Man, the car door handle.
Fuck.
Okay,
that was
let's-
wrong.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Let's stop evolving into nonsense.
So, there's like Kraken says, there's sheer pulls, fuck me. My words that help load and unload cargo. It's the place is at the moment, at the time of day that you arrive, it's winding down from the workday. So there's not a lot of activity going on. But based on just what you can see of like the workers leaving and like the food trucks set around and just the general size of this harbor, yeah, this place can get pretty busy. And you notice a lot of the ships coming and going are either for come here, Inkwell, I need your map. They're either from Faruma or they're from like Ghibli and that area. And maybe even like to a degree like Waddleton, which is a little ducktail, the Ducktail Peninsula.
It's knockoff Duckburg.
It is knockoff
let's
Duckburg.
Not mince word.
Don't worry about it. But yeah, it's basically this place gets shipments in, and then presumably they go then up to the rest of the Luthby Alliance and into Giznep. Just because this location is like the easiest to have that happen.
Mm-hmm.
And as you guys make your way in, Matthias points you to the northern edge of the harbor, right on the edge of the warehouse district, which you can see is exactly what it sounds like. There are massive buildings set up. They have large open doors. There are like massive carts that can be rigged up for horses or just pulley systems to have, to move the cargo from ship to warehouse or warehouse to ship. And he will direct you to a specific pair of ones. And actually, this is where I can show you my other map. Hey, I forgot about that.
Map 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Let's see, is it this one? Yes, it is. So let me put this in the game zone. So there's a lot of smaller dots here. The one that's right on the edge of the water in the warehouse district specifically, he directs you over there. This map, by the way, is everything that Keys owns.
Motherfucker.
Oh,
fun.
Yeah. So he directs you to those.
Motherfucker fucking has the whole town.
He's got a lot.
Wait, out of curiosity, morbid curiosity, the hotel that Mersel, Craigory,
Yes.
Ozwell, and oh god,
He-
I
owns that
I have
too.
the two maps up side by side. I am correlating. I don't like what I see.
oh boy.
Yeah.
Just on going up down, it's looking like pretty much every numbered thing on the OG map.
Yeah.
Keys owns all of them.
Yep. With the exception of the garden of
garden.
statues. Yep.
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 Somehow I feel like the only reason Keys doesn't own that one is because he either can't or he doesn't want to.
It's public.
It's like
it's public
public
ground.
property.
Yeah, it's public property.
He's wise, damn it.
But
Why do
yeah,
I feel like he's tried and failed? Because
of course, he's tried.
There was like a
Asshole.
whole Hallmark movie about it. He was trying and failing to own the Garden of Statues, and we defeated him with the power of Christmas.
Oh my god.
There
And
was
an
a whole
overworked-
Hallmark movie.
And an overworked
Yeah.
office lady found a pretty bad boy and fell in love with him and left her stuffy husband. Because
Which
this
was
is
key.
what happens. I hate
fell
this.
in love with, you know, a gorgeous fucking Christmas tree lumberjack.
Yep.
Gibbs? No.
Yes. Learns the
And
meaning
left-
of Christmas.
Left her fiance of 5 years.
Yep.
Corvettes, this is the wrong holiday movie.
God.
Listen.
I'm sorry, I
listen,
was given an
listen,
opportunity and I wasn't stopped.
Listen, Gibbs has done the whole fake dating thing before in this life. You don't know it's
Hello?
not Gibbs.
God.
Gibbs has done a lot of things, okay?
I'll need to
Gibbs
hear
has
about this
done
later.
Yeah, we need to hear
Yeah.
about that later. But anyway, Matthias directs you to that particular building. And he says, and he basically states that's where they would be keeping everybody to load onto a ship. The ship would not actually be in the harbor. It would actually come up here, and they would have like a quick dock the floating dock to come up or to set up and load everything so that it doesn't go through the harbor. In this
Yep.
case,
Listen, it sucks having to small boat ferry everything.
mm-hmm. But by God, that's, in the interest of not getting caught and keeping this as off the book as possible. That's, yeah. So, everybody, while we are here, roll me.
Oh boy, you're already getting into the voice.
Don't worry about it. Roll me.
Perception?
Yes, at the moment, perceptions.
Percepi.
Sorry, I was reading my notes.
Percepi. Where's my Percepi? That's an 11.
Ooh.
That's terrible.
Oof.
That's an 11. That's not even 2 10s. That's terrible.
That's terrible.
Craigory's on this.
Nice.
Welcome to 19.
All right.
Oswell's also on it with a 19 with him.
Hey, nice. All right.
I think I might have an excuse for why Fiyero's is so terrible. Can I say that Fiyero was still sleeping on Craigory's shoulder by the time we got here?
Oh my God.
Oh my god. Yeah, Craigory got an idea of how tired Fiyero was and just did not wake him up.
Yep.
Listen, Craigory is extremely good at being a perch.
He's got 3 different people that perch on him.
God, Craigory handshake Mersel. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure if anyone tried climbing Mersel, he would just like go limp and let them like a Pavlovian response. That and being carried.
He just immediately curls up to be carried, which I love.
Ragdoll.
He does. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Oh, so 18, 19, 19. Yeah. Okay. So y'all see basically what has been described. You also see, let's see. It's not quite dark yet, but it's getting there. And you do see a ship on the horizon. Pulling in. And
No.
What kind of ship, Hex?
I don't know, Kraken, what kind?
Oh,
I know,
no.
that's a you question.
I don't know. Don't do this to me.
Guys,
Oh,
stop
no.
tormenting each other.
What's going on? Should I be?
Kraken is using his knowledge of ships for evil because he knows I don't know dick nor shit. What kind of ship? A
Kraken
big one. It's a ship. It floats.
Kraken knows boats. Hex does not know boats.
Nope. I know it
get
ain't a
next best
schooner.
I will
That's
take
all I
pity.
can tell
You are now released from telling me what rig type it is.
Actually, shocking enough, I don't think it would be a tall ship.
Oh,
I think it
you
might
going
actually.
steam?
I was gonna say I think it might actually be steam because it doesn't have to go a like incredibly long distance. But yeah,
Steamboat. Nice.
Steamboat Willie.
yeah.
Do, 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 do.
But yeah, it's got what would be. I was trying to think of like the era we're in is past the Titanic, so it would be a little more sophisticated than that, but not much more sophisticated, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, it's not a tall ship. I can at least tell you that. Which for
Honkin' thing that might be mistakable as a cruise ship from afar.
not big. It's not like it's not massive. But it is definitely meant for transporting cargo of a size. And as you guys
Little child.
are approaching the
Hello.
sorry, I got distracted by that. Can't imagine why. As you guys are approaching the warehouse, y'all also notice there's a couple of people that are very heavily dressed, which makes sense. It's cold out. It's, October. But because you guys know what the fuck you're looking for, you notice that they are completely covered head to toe, no skin showing. And there's 4 of them. Currently moving a couple of oh no, okay. Moving a couple of crates into a particular warehouse where another person is kind of keeping watch a little bit. Excuse me.
Suspicious.
Yeah, suspicious.
Suspicious.
But Matthias will point out, that's it. That's where everyone is. And that's probably the ship that's taken everyone. What is Fiyero doing?
It's not such an uncommon thing to see a bird in a warehouse.
You know what? It's not uncommon.
It's not. Okay. I was about to make a really depressing comment of, it's not, but whether the bird's alive or not is usually a toss-up.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking of,
Also true.
V-Wild's horror stories of the shot pigeons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I went too.
Yeah.
IKEA didn't shoot the birds.
Fiyero is flying into a warehouse that that a couple of vampires are loading crates into, or pulling crates into. Vamp.
That was gonna be my I guess take is try to fly into warehouse, stick to shadows because he who funky invocation shit, you become invisible in shadow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, go ahead.
And scope the shit, see if you can find an escape route for the people.
Mm-hmm.
Because getting the hostages out is the main priority.
Yep. That's fair.
Stealth bird.
Stealth bird. Okay.
Bird stealth.
Roll me stealth. Actually, no, you become invisible. No, roll me stealth to get in there.
Stealth bird. I'm sorry, I'm going to abuse this power. That is a natural 20.
It is a fantastic ability.
Yeah.
I'm going to abuse this power. I can turn into a bird. That means I can show up places where it's normal for birds to be and no one will question me.
Yep.
Between
Yeah.
this and like the city speak spell, Fiyero just has all the information, and thank God.
Thank God. Y'all would have gotten it eventually, but oh man, this just fast tracked everything.
Fiyero is a holder of information.
He is. And so with that, you do swoop in, and none of the workers in that place notice you.
Which means I don't get shot. Yay!
You don't get shot because that was the other thing was they so you you land on, you find a spot that's out of the way, easy to kind of observe everything. You don't need to roll for this because it's pretty obvious. You don't see any goddamn people in here. You just see crates.
I mean, Matthias did say that the people would be disguised as cargo.
He did.
I can't do magic while I'm in bird form, but... Oh, I might have an idea.
Oh boy.
Okay, would I have to roll stealth to fly down and land on one of the crates, or could I keep rolling off that nat 20?
For now, I'm gonna let you keep rolling off of it.
Okay. So there is, the rule about a certain knock in Toonkind culture.
Yep.
He is going to...
No tune can resist.
Precisely. He is going to flutter down, land on a crate, and he is going to peck out the shave and a haircut knock.
Yep. I need to roll a percentile to see what you get, so 1 second. Boop. Okay. And then I need to double check a thing. What do you have? You do have that. Okay. Heck. Okay. Based on that, there's a long moment of pause, and you don't get the answer, but you do get a couple knocks in quick succession back. So you don't get the 2 bits answer, but you do get, a back.
The 2 taps.
You don't get the 2-bit tap back, but you do get like a 3 tap back. You get like a couple back. So that whoever's answering clearly doesn't know that bit, but there's an answer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need to check what these motherfuckers' passives are. Okay. All right. Yeah. You got an answer, Fiyero.
All right, we found the people.
That's a lot of crates, Fiyero.
That is.
That's a concerning amount of crates, actually.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Well, that leads me to the second part of why I came in here. We are looking for an escape route.
There's the entrance in that the big kind of garage door that you flew in. There is a second, it's basically a truck entrance, for lack of a better term. I don't know what they would have called it way back in yonder years, but there's one there facing the road, and then there's another one facing kind of towards the harbor. So basically on the west and south sides of the building. And there is what you assume to be like an employee entrance door on the north side. And you can see a couple of offices up on the north side as well. That's about it.
Okay, so assessing the situation, the best way to handle this would probably be beat the shit out of whoever's in charge and then let the people out.
Sounds like a fair assumption.
He will fly back out and rejoin the others and give them that information.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sounds about as reasonable as I can think of. However, I do have a question. Should they set sail while we're on it before we have the ability to leave with everybody?
Would you believe I've planned for that?
Hmm?
Would you believe I have a plan for if that happens?
I would. Ozwell does
Oswald
not
doesn't,
believe that
but
God
yeah.
would. Ozwell does not believe that God would.
Oswald mentioned or says that, and Matthias very quietly pipes up with, I mean, if the ship is also owned by Master Keys, you would need to take out everybody on the ship, and then, well, that's if they don't catch us and take us to Faruma anyway.
Hmm.
And I
So
don't think any
it
of
won't leave without keys?
And he kind of flinches a little bit. Master Keys has his own vessel he usually takes.
Of course he does.
Mercy bastard.
That was not me being frustrated with you, Matthias. That was me. Eat the rich. Needless to say,
The look
eat the
he gives you is very confused.
rich.
Rich
You'll
people are
understand.
parasites on society and therefore deserve every terrible thing that happens to them ever.
That. But also, I should have guessed that, of course, the rich asshole has his own vessel and isn't going to endanger his own life.
He will stop by to likely check on things before he leaves, but yeah.
Yeah, well, we can also just get him then, can't we?
What
And
are our
he's
chances
looking
of
at
setting up an
everybody else
ambush?
as well.
I mean, another option is just to bit of a long shot because we'd have to wait for the ship to get close, but destroying their way out of here
That would
traps
leave
them
us,
here.
That would leave us dealing with every single vampire in the harbor.
Point.
Perhaps getting out to sea is the best option, because then it's isolated for both us and them.
Yes, that's the thing.
Do you know how to get a ship back to port? I don't.
Yeah, that's what I was
don't
about to say.
know how to
Let's
sail.
see, does he? I don't know.
Actually, Craigory, I said that Craigory might have a chance of it.
I mean, like, out of character, if we do the, like, on the ship thing, the thing is, it runs a real risk of them, like, actually getting to Viruma first.
Yeah.
Which
It's a
is
big
not
gamble.
It is. And getting to Faruma isn't technically a bad thing. It's just if you're there with the ship. But
Yeah, it's gonna take longer.
Yeah.
We should just become fucking pirates, take over the ship, arrive there ourselves, and then, either turn around or just, well, okay, everyone, teleportation times.
If we
This is true. Also,
if we manage to hold the ringleader Keys hostage, would all the other vampires listen to us?
Matthias legitimately doesn't know. Seems sure.
can we even hold that man hostage?
No.
I would like to think he'd have self-preservation if we held a dagger to his throat.
I don't think a dagger is going to do much to a man of that
Well, you
size.
know what I mean.
Yeah,
He's undead. He can't exactly die twice.
Fiyero especially would know, basically, it's a process to kill a vampire. You don't just, make them fall and that's it. If they become too injured, instead of going unconscious, they actually will transform into what amounts to a mist and vanish, to return to their coffin to heal. So it's a lot of things need to work to kill a vampire.
Well, if we free the hostages, we have at least, and we don't know the state the people would be in, or if any of them really are, combat ready.
Mm-hmm.
Ozwell just pulls open his coat and he has all these fucking elixirs.
Yep.
I know that's not
Coins.
going to be nearly enough, but
I'm also going
it's a start.
Oh yeah.
And odds are one of them is a sailor.
Odds are also probably good. Some of them are fighters. They're being
Miss Veda is.
farmed for talents. You'd think fighty good is probably among them.
Matthias
Miss
pipes up with, "There's a couple of fighters in there, yes, and I don't think they worked on ships, but there is a someone familiar with, well, mechanical engines."
I'm also familiar with machines. How hard can it be?
I'm also
I can build anything, but that is not a big ship.
I am just out of character and in character. All these choices are bad.
yeah.
I really don't like the idea of getting on the boat.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
That feels horrible. Feels like a horrible idea. Like, even without knowledge of tropes, it just feels like a terrible idea. Right now,
Fair.
they have the advantage of, like, being in the open and, not being found just yet.
Question.
Yes.
Can I use my spell of be an information whore?
What are you wanting to find out?
I want to use the fucking commune with city spell to see if I can sense where Keys' coffin would be.
Ooh.
Because remembering that, Fiyero's impulse would be, well, fuck, we gotta find that and destroy it, because otherwise this problem's just gonna get built right back the fuck up.
Fair. I don't think commune with city tells you that. Let me just... That's not how you...
Terrain and bodies of water, prevalent buildings, plants, animals, or intelligent creatures, powerful celestial fiends, elementals or undead, influences from other planes of existence, electrical currents, wireless signals, and active transit lines and tracks.
Yeah, it's unfortunately that would not give you the location of his coffin. Sad to say.
I was gonna be looking for, like, okay, where is, like, the core of this undead influence, but that's valid.
I feel like something that might help is that if they're leaving and Keys is going with, odds are the coffin is probably on Keys' personal ship.
Yep, there you go.
So we want to sink that bastard.
Yeah? That's not a... Yeah?
Cell pipes up, like, if we want to free a few people to, I don't know, be a distraction on the harbor when we do all this. I'm not good with planning.
What we could do is we could free as many people as humanly possible, or humanly possible, whatever.
Will we be able to
Here
go
on that ship.
Will we be able to go into the warehouse without problem if one of us poses as Keys?
Potentially, you would need to... you would need to roll well enough. But, Matthias... kind of has a... I don't think that's a wise idea.
Yeah. Cell's just like, Cell backs up immediately, like, alright, just a suggestion.
Can I finish what I was?
Yes.
Me.
Okay. So what Ozwell was thinking is that what we could do is try and open as many of the crates and let as many people out in the warehouse as possible. They can handle that by causing as much chaos as possible. One at a time is one thing. Many all at once, while some are causing a distraction and a problem, while other people are freeing other people, just causing more chaos. That's something.
You know what?
While the rest go onto Key's ship and fucking destroy him.
I do
And
like
And the
that.
rest being us.
And
Yeah.
that might work, especially since they wouldn't try and kill everyone. They would be aiming to subdue since, they're... And here he makes a face and does quotation marks, cargo.
The
Confusion
point
and
would
chaos,
not be
definitely
being
my favorite.
stealthy, it would be causing problems.
Mm.
I don't know about you. I like causing problems.
I'm
Yes,
very good at causing problems.
I like it as well.
I love this.
Causing problems on purpose.
Causing problems on purpose.
But how are we going to do this then? Getting into the warehouse without being seen.
I mean,
Not all of us can turn into birds.
Fiyero will just like sit there,
Maybe what we
sneaky.
blink.
Just
Does anyone
is
just don't get caught.
actually? Fiyero's just giving me. Well, why don't I've proven that I can pick locks with my fucking hairpins. Why don't I just go in and bust some people out?
I don't know. That's
well.
pretty
I have another idea.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any empty crates around, and can we just sneak in those and wait
Oh my god.
to be carried on?
Oh my god. Wait to be carried onto the ship?
Yeah.
No, can we avoid the boat? No boat.
No.
But Kraken like both.
We need to get into the warehouse. That's where it is, isn't it? Or is that wrong?
No, the boat is not in the warehouse. The boat is coming
Okay.
into port.
Yeah.
Are
no,
there
Boat is not
any-
here yet.
So what I meant was like go into the warehouse by being stored there via fucking any of them that are empty that are on the outside.
You see a couple of empty crates, but like they're not the focus. And in fact, while I am gonna say just kind of while y'all have been like kind of scheming, the couple of vampires that have been loading and unloading these crates into the warehouse, have moved inside the warehouse. It seems whatever the last shipment, like they finished that shipment.
You whores.
Cells is like, what if we
Awesome.
just knocked out those two vampires or moving crates and just, I don't know, put on their clothes to disguise
Yay.
us? I mean, I have disguise self. I can change my appearance to look like them just fine.
I can blend into shadows.
Mhm. You can.
That is all I got. Oh, wait. I can blend into a liquid.
Oh, that would work, especially in docks. Well, I'd feel a lot better about sending Fiyero in as a bird.
I mean, I'm a gold liquid is the thing.
I mean, it's dark. How bright gold is he? But at worst, he'll look like piss.
Oh my god.
I glitter like the
Someone quote that,
the
please.
sun. I glitter like the sun. Let's just say that. So
Someone
like
fucking
I
quote
glow,
that.
unfortunately.
Someone please
Well-
fucking quote that.
You know what? That would be a good distraction though, disguising myself as that and they have to come clean me up. I can't believe I'm actually considering this as an option. And his hand is on his face. Like, I can't believe that I'm actually considering this as an option.
God, is it bad? Is it bad that my brain just immediately went to Fiyero going, well, it worked till the last time, and like unbuttoning his shirt.
Shirt. Man-whore it is!
Do you want me to pull that the fuck out again? Cause I can.
I mean, I don't know if it'll work on vampires.
It won't work, I'm sorry to say.
It would be very funny, but no.
It would be funny, but it won't work.
I'm actually asking, would
Yes.
that actually be a good option? Is to just have Ozwell disguised as a fucking golden puddle?
You would have to beat their perceptions, even as a puddle.
Which probably would be somewhat at disadvantage since you glow.
Yeah. So
I mean, he's
non-vampire that's sparkling.
he's trying to get their
Mm-hmm.
attention is the thing. He's trying to be a distraction.
Mm-hmm. So I would say, yeah, no.
Hex in good faith. Out of all the plans we've thrown at you so far, which one do you think has the most chance of winning?
Oh lordy. At this
The
point,
entrance of finishing this in this session.
oh, you're not
I think
finishing
it's
it in
one
this
where
session.
we all
You've got
jump
fights.
in the same trench coat and be keys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still got fights to do. Like you're not gonna finish it this session, but it's okay.
Oh hell no!
We're trying.
You are.
I feel like next session is the chaosening.
Yeah, that's gonna be it.
I meant like finishing this scene.
Oh, that.
I was like, I will not be awake to do a fight.
I am gonna be real with y'all. Honestly, your best bet, based on everything you've got going on, which is they are loading shit up, and at this point they are preparing to get the last bits, which will happen at nightfall, and then it's all hands on deck to get everything loaded on the ship and out like the minute the sun sets. Your best bet is probably just to go in and go. Just fucking charge them.
Now before they get into full swing.
Yep.
Something street smarts, throw them off their rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd probably be expecting people to be sneaky, not immediately launch a frontal assault.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for
Chaos
them,
immediately.
idiots.
Yeah.
Idiots
Yeah.
and a literal chaos warlock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Cell's
Oh.
just like, people are expecting us to be sneaky. What? And it's not like we won't, like, they won't find out something is fishy anyway once we free them. So why not just directly storm the place while no one else is around for reinforcements?
You know what? That works perfectly.
Old
Because the
frontal
one thing that
assaults.
someone who is trying to look for somebody being sneaky is stupid.
What?
The one thing smart people don't expect is stupidity.
And
Bold
I
of you to assume
admit,
these people are smart, but
They
I
think
admit,
they're
I do want to,
Mm-hmm.
Cell doesn't finish and just smiles.
Listen, careful planning does not account and does not plan for stupid.
are we seriously Leroy Jenkinsing this motherfucker?
So,
Nope.
like,
Fiyero, do you want to throw a stick for
the
me?
enemy, so don't have a plan.
yeah, we
Yeah.
honestly, we are at the stage where in character and out. This is our best bet. We are in the final hour now.
I love this.
Fuck it, go stupid.
Yeah.
Fiyero, I have the stupidest idea, and it just might work. I mean, it's fun for me as well. Do you want to throw my cane?
I know
You
what
want
you're
me to-
planning.
Throw cane, Ozwell chases it like an idiot. Right into the fucking heart warehouse.
The point was for you not to get hit.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Let's
They're not
stop
gonna
it.
play. They're not gonna expect an idiot playing fetch.
Well,
I
true,
know
but
what?
I'd rather we just storm it normally.
Okay,
You
but
guys suck the
consider
fun out of it.
consider if we do something stupid, then the rule of funny is on our side.
That's
True.
true.
Exactly. See, this is why I love you.
You love me for a lot of reasons.
I do love you for a lot of reasons. But you
Anyway,
indulge my stupidity.
well, if we are doing this, go forth, I guess. Ozwell, we got your back.
He is vibrating and has been vibrating since suggesting throwing the cane. He's excited.
Go stupid. Go crazy.
Incredible.
Go stupid.
Fiyero will shrug, accept the cane, and fucking yeet.
And off like a fucking shot, Oswald goes after that goddamn cane.
And because you are not being stealthy, you are immediately spotted by the pair of vampires that are moving this crate in. They have their hands full.
And I throw it in such a way that we barrel past them and make them drop the crate.
Yep. The crate hits the ground. It doesn't shatter, but it does crack a bit.
Oswald is sliding as he goes straight for the cane.
Incredible. There is
like
oh, go ahead.
His ass in the air with his legs, just like sliding, going to just grab the cane with his mouth, and he absolutely is grabbing the cane with his mouth.
Incredible.
And he's gonna do a little trot around with it. Like, yes, I got my cane.
You got your cane. You're immediately being attacked.
This is fine.
Should we roll initiative?
We'll do that next time, because there is an immediate shout of, and there's an immediate shout of intruders, and then another shout from inside the like from the other vampire of call Lord Keys, and then a third voice,
Good.
and then a third voice shouting from close to the office, basically that just says, "I knew you were trouble, and you see Hastings."
Ha!
And that's where we'll call it for tonight.
Wait,
Can we leave off with Hastings getting the dumbest look of Oswald with silly eyes with a
Yes.
stick in his fucking mouth?
Yes, and Hastings was the concierge you guys talked with who was in on it.
Yeah, that bastard. Wait, how does he recognize Oswald? Like, Oswald wasn't the one who went to talk to him, wasn't it?
He recognizes everybody, and Ozwell was a target.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, premediated target. Everybody fucking knew about Oswald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody knew about Oswald except for Oswald.
I mean, yes, that's how that works.
Yeah.
Oh god, we're gonna have another session.
Yeah.
Wait.
Fight session.
Wait, this implies that they knew that Oswald was gonna be a problem from the moment that they picked him as a fucking target. What the fuck?
There's a lot of layers to that. Basically, they picked Ozwell. They recognized Ozwell. They tried to get Ozwell, saw Fiyero with him, and then those two vampires reported that Fiyero, Ozwell, Mersel, and Craigory were all seen together. And Craigory and Mersel were the ones poking around for questions about Miss Vava.
Wait. I have one line
Mm-hmm.
before we leave because Fiyero just handed it to me and it's so stupid I can't not.
Yep.
Fiyero does a cheery little salute in Hastings' general directions and says, "Top of the morning, fuck nuts."
Perfect way to end this.
Incredible.
I got sick.
Incredible. Absolutely astounding. All right, I am going to stop the recording for now. Thank you for listening, everybody. Goodbye.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for listening, everyone. Hex, thank you for DMing fellow players playing.